rising through the haze. Global watchmen lighten up the maze. They don't flinch, they don't fold, digging deep, breaking the mold. True patrol on digital ground, every whisper, every sound. Hey, eyes on the truth, no turning away. Global watchmen shining through the gray, from the shadows to the screen. They decode what the silence means. Click subscribe, let the veil be torn. This is the news we've been waiting for. Hey, hey, waiting for. Oh, oh, hey, hey. They're not bought, they're not blind, calling out the ties that bind. From the towers out to the street, they bring the fire, they bring the heat. Algorithms can't silence the flame. When the watchers rise and call out the game. Oh, no fear, no filter, no retreat, just a pulse of truth beneath the beat. Eyes on the truth, no turning away. Global watchmen leading the way. Every story, every thread, for the living and the misled. Raise your voice, let the signal soar. This is the news we've been waiting for. Waiting for.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street, and there's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone. I want you to get mad. I don't want you to protest. I don't want you to riot. I don't want you to write to your congressman because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation and the Russians and the crime in the street. All I know is that first, you've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. My life has value.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to Global Watchman News. My name is Lori Swan. Hope you guys are all doing well. If you're in the live chat, we do ask that you keep it family friendly. There will be moderators in there to make sure that we stay within the terms of service put forth to us by the platform utilizing today. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Take a minute, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when we go live. So we are looking over my shoulder, actually, at something that was sent to us by one of our viewers. She asked not to be identified, so we're going to keep her private. We want to thank her for giving us our new emblem, which is up on a wall, and our motto, which is eyes open, no fear. I want to thank her so much for that. I absolutely love them, and she did such a great job on them. Thank you. Actually, it was her and her daughter that did them. Absolutely amazing. So I'm going to shut my camera off. I do want to say thank you to everybody who has sent their thoughts and their prayers to me. I apologize for not going live on Sunday night. I was working. I was doing a huge Target delivery, and on my first drop off, I fell. I got a new pair of boots, and I'm trying to break them in, and I'm not used to them, and wasn't really paying attention. I just got off the phone with my son, and my mind was kind of not on what I was doing, and I missed the step coming out of the place where I was dropping off, and I fell, and I think I cracked a couple ribs. My hand was a little messed up. It's fine now. My knees. More was my ego and my pride were bruised. But so like I said, I did it on my first drop off, and I had 53 other drop offs after that, and I was just kind of taking my time. It should have only taken me a couple of hours, but it should be a little bit longer than that. And I do apologize for that. I'm feeling a lot better. The ribs are what hurts. As long as I don't sneeze or cough, I'm good. Or try to raise my arm above my head. Other than that, I'm pretty good. So, but I want to thank everybody, and I do want to again apologize. And we will get to that show. I promise that. I don't know when, because this weekend, I believe Saturday, Ernie's going to be coming on, and we're going to be talking about a few things that he's brought my attention to. So that'll be Saturday, sometime Saturday. But right now, I want to talk to you guys about something weird, something dark is definitely going on. And I'm going to pull this up because we're going to take a look at this. On your screen, you're going to see 9 people. And in the span of just 9 months, 9 top-level scientists in the United States have died or vanished without a trace. 7 of them were connected to the Air Force Research Laboratory or the institutions it directly funds. Now, the AFRL develops and transitions the most sensitive aerospace technologies in the United States defense arsenal. First person up there is Monica Jacinto Riza. She vanished June 22nd of 2025 while hiking with friends in the Angeles National Forest in California. She was last seen waving to a hiking companion approximately 30 feet behind the group. Despite an extensive search involving helicopters, drones, and canine units, only a beanie and lip balm were recovered, and her body was never found. Riza, 60, was an aerospace engineer as a technical fellow in Aerojet Rocketdyne, who later moved to NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory and co-inventor of Mondaloy. Now, Mondaloy is a nickel-based superalloy developed by Aerojet Rocketdyne to withstand oxygen-rich environments and extreme heat in rocket engines. Its unique achievement is balancing high oxygen comparability with structural strength, solving a critical challenge where traditional oxygen-resistant alloys were too weak for use in high-pressure components like preburners and turbine rotors. She worked closely with retired Major General William Neal McCaslin, who commanded the AFRL from 2011 to 2013 and oversaw the government funding of her alloy program. McCaslin, we're going to get to him in just a few minutes, but he disappeared also in February. Dallas Hardwick, Reese's mentor and co-inventor of the Monda alloy, died on January 5th, 2014, apparently of natural causes. Number 2 on the list is Melissa Casillas. She has been missing since June 26th of 2025 from Taos County, New Mexico. She was last seen walking alone on Highway 518 near Tapa around 2:15 p.m. wearing a light-colored shirt, jeans, and tennis shoes with a backpack containing her personal items. Casillas is 53. She was an administrative assistant at the Los Alamos National Laboratory, a facility known for nuclear weapons research and national security science. Her job at the LANL links her to, again, McCaslin, who recently worked closely with the LANL on national security projects at Kirtland Air Force Base, according to the Daily Mail. She vanished just 4 days after Reza mysteriously disappeared. Numbers 3, 4, and 5. 3 and 4 are Jacob and Jamie Pritchard, and number 5 is First Lieutenant Jamie Gastidis, and they all died October 25th, 2025. Now, Jacob Pritchard was 34. He was the acquisition project manager at the AFRL Sensors Directorate at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio. He specialized in technologies for air and space reconnaissance and surveillance. His wife, Jamie Pritchard, she was 33, was a finance specialist at Air Force Life Cycle Management Center at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. The couple had 3 children. Gastidis was 25. She was a U.S. Air Force operations analyst officer who worked in a top secret capacity at the 711th Human Performance Wing at Wright-Patterson. She allegedly, Jacob allegedly killed his wife, Jamie, and placed her body in the trunk of their car, then drove to Sugar Creek Township, broke into Gastidis' apartment, and fatally shot her at around 2 a.m. He then drove to West Milton Municipal Building, opened the trunk for police to discover Jamie's body, and at around 4:23 a.m. committed suicide by gunshot in the parking lot. The act was reportedly captured on security cameras. Number 6 is Carl Grillmeyer. He was an astrophysicist and astronomer at the Caltech Infrared Processing and Analysis Center, or the IPAC. He was shot dead on his front porch in his home in Llano, California, February 16, 2026. Now, he was celebrated for his groundbreaking research in astronomy, including the discovery of dozens of stellar streams, remnants of ancient galactic collisions, and the first detection of water signatures in the atmospheres of exoplanets. For over 30 years at IPAC, he worked on numerous projects, including the NEOWISE Science Data Center, where he validated data pipelines for detecting asteroids and comets that could impact Earth. Gallmer's role involving testing new instrumentation and ensuring the NEO surveyor's instruments performed to specifications to identify dark, cold objects against the black of space. Now, number 7, we heard him mentioned earlier. His name is William Neal McCaslin. He was a former AFRL commander. He former research commander at Kirtland Air Force Base in New Mexico. He vanished from his home in Albuquerque, New Mexico on February 27th of 2026. A silver alert was issued after the 68-year-old disappeared. He reportedly left his phone and glasses, but took his wallet, boots, and a .38 revolver, with the FBI now assisting in his search. McCaslin held some of the most sensitive positions in the U.S. military, including Director of Special Programs at the Office of the Undersecretary of Defense, giving him critical knowledge of the nation's most classified programs. He reportedly oversaw a $4.4 billion in classified aerospace research and development, running the lab at Wright-Patterson and serving as the executive secretary of the Special Access Program Oversight Committee, the body with full purview of every SAP in the Department of Defense. His name appears in WikiLeaks emails coordinating a UAP disclosure meeting with the Clinton campaign and the head of Locklear Martin Skunk Works, according to the Sentinel Network. McCaslin's association with the UFO research and brief professional association with Tom DeLonge and the To the Stars Academy have drawn significant public and media attention to the case. According to the Sentinel, these mysterious deaths and disappearance do not amount to, quote, loose collection of people who happen to work in defense. Number 8 on the list is Nuno F. Gomes Lopriero. He was a dominant Portuguese plasma physicist. He was fatally shot at his home in Brookline, Massachusetts on December 15th, 2025, and died from his injuries the following day. Authorities connected to the murder to this man, let's see, it says authorities connected to his murder to Claudio Manuel Neves Valente, who had committed a shooting at Brown University 2 days prior. Both men were classmates at the Instituto Superior Técnico in Portugal. Luario, 47, he held joint appointments as a professor at MIT's Department of Nuclear Science and Engineering and Department of Physics and director of MIT's Plasma Science and Fusion Center. He joined MIT in 2016 and was known for his work on nonlinear plasma dynamics, including the development of the Veraccio simulation code and his research on solar flares and fusion confinement. Number 9 on the list is Jason Thomas. He's a chemical biologist. He was reported missing December 13th, 2025, after leaving his home on the night of December 12th without his phone, wallet, or identification. He was found dead at Lake Quinnipiac in Wakefield, Massachusetts on March 17th, 2026. Thomas, 45, was an assistant director at Novartis Institute for Biomedical Research with over 4,500 citations in chemical biology and chemoproteomics. His work reportedly included active contracts with the Department of Defense. Commenting on the string of deaths and disappearance, Representative Tim Burchett of Tennessee, Republican out of Tennessee, told podcaster Benny Johnson last week that something dark is going on. I know these scientists and researchers, they've all testified. We've got to get to the bottom of it, he said. It's just too much. Too much is going on right now. And by the way, I'm not suicidal. That's what he told Benny Johnson. So all these people have disappeared within the last 9 months. I think things are going on more than alien disclosure, to tell you the truth. What's been really weird is that we supposedly have the most sophisticated equipment monitoring our skies, and yet over the past month, I can't even tell you the number of fireballs that have been seen across just the United States. And none of these have been detected by our equipment. That leads me to ask the question, can they even identify something that could lead to an ELE event here on Earth? Extinction level event. That's what an ELE is. Like with the dinosaurs. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say meteors aren't real, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. I understand. Bottom line is there's things that are falling out of the sky. Okay. Whether you believe in globe earth, whether you believe in flat earth, whether you believe in the space is existent or not, I don't care. I'm looking at the bottom line, and that is there's something going on. We know that the Bible tells us about wormwood. Now, there's, again, many people have interpreted it differently. Wormwood could be Chernobyl. I get it. I understand. We do have still in play the Illuminati card, which is the one showing us that there is a meteor that is on its way, an asteroid on its way. That card, which I did not pull for this, I should have, but that card, you guys can go look at it. Just Google Illuminati card, asteroid card, and you can see where it's they have it set to hit, which would be off the coast of Florida in the Atlantic Ocean, which kind of coincides with the whole, something's going to happen in New York, all the telegraphing that we've had in movies, the tidal wave hitting New York. It would go along with that. It would also go along with the future Air Force map that they have showing the eastern, the United States covered in water. You can look that up too as well. I'm sure everybody's seen it. It's been going around the internet for quite a while. I think that we're going to see alien disclosure. We're going to see that because people are getting to the point where they are calling out President Trump regarding the war with Iran. So they're going to have to distract the people somehow, some way. The war with Iran was used to distract people from the Epstein files, which it seems to have done a great job. I don't know a lot of people who are worried about the Epstein files when they're paying over $5 a gallon for gas. I just put gas in my vehicle yesterday morning. Ended up, I use an app that finds me the best prices around. I ended up paying $4.23 a gallon. But when I was downtown on Sunday, I was seeing gas prices heading well to the $5.50 gallon mark. I think the most, because I was looking at them, the most I saw downtown was $5.23, $5.24 a gallon, and that's straight downtown in the city of Chicago. I don't buy my gas downtown. I buy it in the suburbs where it's a little bit cheaper. But people are now calling out Trump as far as these gas prices, which are going to continue to go up. I know that in Minnesota and in New York City right now, they're going on, I'm going to say, energy lockdowns. I think they're calling it, which we were told that those were going to be coming. What I mean by energy lockdowns is that I believe it's in Minnesota and New York. There's no recreational travel, as far as you can't use your ATVs or anything. You can on Sundays, like I want to say antique cars and stuff like that. You can only ride them on Sundays to save on fuel. And that's going to be coming a lot across the board. We're going to be seeing a lot of it. Now, let me just tell you guys something. This Iraq war was not designed to be won. This Iraq war was designed to bankrupt the United States. That's Israel's plan. They want to get rid of the petrodollar, which is what this will do. Because the petrodollar right now is what globally what they use for gas and oil. If they destabilize and they get rid of the petrodollar, then it allows the next phase of monetary system to come in. They want to bankrupt the economy here in the United States, which is what exactly they're going to do by our prices are going to be going through the roof. I don't know if you've been grocery shopping lately, but we're starting to see it in the stores. I have my local store that I shop here. It's just, I don't know how many, I think it's just Chicago area. It's called Fair Play. I have their app. So what I do is I order my groceries online and then I go curbside and pick them up 9 times out of 10. Unless there's something that I want to go in the store. I do have one guy that he's been shopping for me for, oh my God, a number of years, maybe 3 or 4 years. He knows exactly if I put something on my list and he can't get it, he knows what to substitute it with. Real good kid. And I only trust him to pick out like my meat, like if we're going to have steak or something. Otherwise I'll go in the store. But I was going to make something really easy for dinner Tuesday night with Dave. He was coming home. I was going to make spaghetti and I was make meatballs, but I feeling the way I was feeling, I decided to buy the ready-made meatballs. And the package that I usually buy, normally it was $4.99, so $5. It was on sale for $9.99. That's how much it's gone up. So I actually ended up making homemade meatballs. It was a lot cheaper than buying just a bag of already made. I had some ground beef in the freezer. I pulled that out and I made some meatballs. But we're starting to see that in the grocery stores. Things are going to start getting harder to buy. It's not designed to be won. So I don't really know what Trump's going to do. It'd be interesting to see how he pulls this one off. Did you see where Bondi, believe Trump's going to be firing her real soon, if he hasn't already since I started this. But yeah, Bondi's on her way out as we speak. So Denmark is putting the world on notice. I posted on that yesterday. Messages focusing squarely on the protection of children. Danish officials have issued a formal warning that further harm to minors in Gaza could push Copenhagen toward concrete measures against Israel. For a country known for measured diplomatic language and specifically of that statement, carries significant weight inside European political circles. The warning sits within a rapidly shifting European landscape. Several EU member states have moved beyond strongly worded statements toward debating actual policy responses, from formal diplomatic steps to economic and political measures. Denmark's remarks aren't an isolated voice. They reflect a chorus of European governments increasingly unwilling to separate alliance relationships from humanitarian accountability, especially when children are the victims. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of, hopefully a lot of arrests maybe coming. I don't believe we're going to see them here in the United States because they don't arrest themselves. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But I think we're going to see it a lot. She is out. Okay. All right. So Bondi is out. Wow. I will be curious to see what Bondi has to say if she makes a statement within the next few hours. Be interesting to see what she's going to say. Because I know there's a lot of people that have that have walked away from Trump, and they have a lot to say about what's going on. Trump has, I called it from out of the gate. He was the Trojan horse. I've said that from day one. I knew that his first administration was to get the people to trust him, and that's exactly what he did. He built MAGA through Q. MAGA essentially flourished, and now people are walking away from it, which I'm glad to see. Oh, she's going to stay till midterms. Okay, so Bonnie's going to stay till midterms. Yeah, midterms are going to be, I believe, midterms are going to be unhinged. I'm wondering how Trump's going to get out of this. His numbers are in the dirt. I was just listening to something, but his numbers are in the dirt. People are not supporting this whatsoever, especially knowing that he had really no reason to go into Iran other than because Netanyahu told him to. Who's running our government? Trump or Netanyahu? Netanyahu, it seems like. So, all right, guys, that's all I got. I'm starting to get a little winded here. It hurts. Again, I believe Saturday, Ernie's going to be coming on. We're going to talk about some things going on in the pulpit. It's going to be crazy when Ernie tells you what's going on. Ernie is he's a deacon at his church, and he does sermons regular sermons at his church. And when he says that there's stuff going on in the pulpits of things, I listened to him, and he sent me some things, and I'm floored. I'm not surprised, to tell you the truth, because again, a lot of the pastors, when you have that 501c3 status, God is not at the head of the church. The government is, so it doesn't surprise me. All right, I will hopefully see you guys then. Stay tuned. Again, I will be doing the Noah Hyde. I don't know. Next week, Monday. Let's do it next week, Monday, on our regular time. I'm not going to be working in the next few days. Dave's going to be taking some time off. I'm not sure, just a few days. So I will be back on Monday. All right. So you guys have a great Resurrection Day. I don't celebrate Easter, Ishtar. I don't celebrate that, but I do celebrate the fact that our Messiah rose from the dead on the third day. And, that gift that he gave us on the cross. He gave us the gift of salvation. So I do celebrate that. So you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will see you back here on Monday. Or actually, I'll see you back here on Saturday. So until then, eyes open, no fear.